My name is Christy Mihos. I'm a small business person that ran a chain of stores throughout the 6 New England states called Christy's Markets. We had about 55 stores. We were doing about 2 million customers each and every day, each and every week. And we were, for 35 years, I was pinching myself each and every day. We were incredibly successful. The harder we worked, the luckier we got, and the more successful we were. But back in 1998, my brother and I sold the business to 7-Eleven, and we kept the real estate. And I went and did a few other things. I didn't want to retire at an early age, so I went back down to the Cape, and 7-Eleven really didn't have a lot of affinity for Cape Cod. I did, and I always have, and I always will. So I bought back the Cape stores, and I grew them for a number of years, and sold. I saw back in August of 2008 that things in the state and in the country were not going really well for small business. So what I did is I packaged up all the stores and all the real estate and sold and brought in 4 companies and said, have at it, basically, and sold them all to Hess Corporation of Woodbridge, New Jersey. And again, I was pinching myself each and every day, and I'm just so happy. But right now, my biggest challenge here is I'm looking to take over a $50 billion business that has 97,400 employees, that is rapidly going into, if you know anything about flying, a power-on stall into a black hole, and unless something really happens very soon, and that's all in your hands, not in my hands or anybody that I'm running against or with, that Massachusetts is going to become the Michigan of the East. And that's, being a son of Massachusetts, that's something that I really anything and everything in my power to stop and to turn around such that we survive this, and that Massachusetts prospers and we re-energize our state and get this thing back. But again, not in keeping with certain things, I'm not going to talk today about placing blame. The last thing you want to do is hear someone that's running for political office talk about placing blame on anybody and everyone. You want to hear solutions. You want to hear something coming out of someone's mouth that is going to make your life easier, your business prosper, your next generation, whether it be your children or your grandchildren's lives, much better than they are today. So I'm going to talk about some solutions that I have that I think will make some of my favorite friends in this Commonwealth, people that live in Metro West, Central Mass, and Western Mass, their lives a bit easier. And you all know me from the Turnpike Authority. I fought the good battle back then. I didn't have a horse in that race at all because I lived in Cohasset while this thing went on. But I saw that people were treating Metro West, Central Mass, and Western Mass in an unjust fashion. So we picked up the cudgel with my friend Jordan Levy in Worcester, and we took it on. But these are basically what I would very much like to do, and I know I can do them. There's certain things that people say, well, how can you work with a legislature that's mostly Democrat, and they want to do things a certain way, and you want to do things the right way or another way. There's certain things a governor can do, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, that you really don't need the legislature for anything that I'm talking about, all right? This is what a governor can do, because the way the Massachusetts Constitution is written and the government we have a very strong governor. Whether the governor uses that strength and that leverage is another thing, and who he's bought and paid for and sold out to is certainly another thing. But this is what I can and I'm going to do very, very shortly after I take the corner office, and we will take that corner office. First and foremost, for the people of, again, Metro West, Central Mass, and Western Mass, I'm going to terminate all tolling on the Western Turnpike from 128 all the way out to the New York border. The Turnpike Authority has in excess of $500 million in free cash that's sitting in government cash vehicles at this point, all right, that is highly, highly liquid. I'm going to reach in, grab 100, and the new number on the Western Pike bonds is $155 million. And I'm going to reach in, grab $155 million of that $500 million in cash that is sitting there. I'm going to pay off the Western Turnpike bonds that are callable and have no prepayment penalty at all. So we're going to wipe those off the book, and as per the legislation, the statute, Chapter 81A, as soon as the Western Turnpike bonds are paid, tolling on the Western Pike must terminate.
with that, we're going to have the ability to give you and your neighbors and the businesses in Metro West and the rest of the state $130 million basically tax savings. A toll is a tax. A toll is a tax. Further, we're going to be able to let go 300 toll takers. The senior toll takers today basically start at $65,000 a year. They get 11 holidays, 21 sick days, 5 weeks vacation, and every single benefit known to man in the 48 contiguous states. So we will do without them, certainly. And another issue is that my second thing that I will do is we will take tolls one way into Boston on the Metropolitan Highway system. I tried to do this when I was on the Turnpike Board, and I'll tell you, I couldn't even get a second on this motion. But you can, and I want you to tell me when we get there, which way do you want us to take tolls, when you're going into work or when you're coming home? And really, I think we can take at least 15 minutes out of your day, right, give it back to you, by taking tolls one way. Heck, we do it on the Tobin Bridge and in the tunnels. Why can't we do it on a stretch of 12-mile roads going into Boston? So that's what we're going to do. What it will do, a free Western Turnpike, and we will then be able to access federal gas tax funding to maintain the roadway. Right now, we get none. You pay in 18.4 cents a gallon on the federal side of it. We can access none of that for the Turnpike because it's a private road. So we'll get federal money coming back that you're already paying for to maintain that road. And what it really will do with a free road is it will give your city centers and your town centers and the state roads that are in gridlock at certain points, because some people just don't like paying those damn tolls. You've already paid for that road twice. Why pay for it again? It will take the gridlock off your local roads, and it'll be less maintenance, less cost, and an easier commute for everybody.